Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Lee. You're watching Dark Roots Creations, and this is Old School April, the final countdown. So we're just gonna leave the hair like this because it was like 86 degrees today and it went up and it's staying up, so whatever. Anyway, not important. Getting into these last few days. So it's the 29th. I really want to just debate finishing here. But when I see what I've gotten done over the past few days, I'm kind of like, nope, you can push through. We'll see how far that goes. Anyway, let's get into it. So on the 27th, I did only two things. I did the Sad Sick April Instagram challenge, which was book accessories. So I posted this picture here with just a few of the bookmarks that I've had out lately. And then I film an old school related video, vlog, or reel. I filmed my week 4 wrap up for that day. So got those two things done. Okay, so on the 28th, I did stay home from work. My back was killing me. I pulled something in it. So I stayed home, was in bed for a lot of the day on my heating pad. That was to my benefit though, because I got some movies done. So first Instagram post was Sailor Moon, a graphic novel or a manga. Here is a picture I posted of my husband's comic. This is just the City Chronicles. So he snapped a picture for me and I posted that one. Then we also had a, our last curveball was thrown at us, and this was a two-parter. Read one volume of a manga or graphic novel and watch one episode of an anime. So for the one episode of an anime, I just Googled like what's a popular beginner anime. One of them that came up, and I have heard of this one before, is Death Note. So I did watch the first episode of Death Note and I actually thought it was pretty good. I would definitely go back and watch more of those. So then for the book, I chose a graphic novel. I chose Karen's Roller Skates by Katie Farina. This is Babysitter's Little Sister #2, which was a series created by Anna Martin, but this is the graphic novel by Katie Farina. So this hit Time Warp. Read a book set in the 80s or 90s. I Love Lucy, written by a woman or a female protagonist. Teen Witch, a book with magical elements to it. Fern Gully or a Witch. So let me stop right here. Karen is this is part of the Babysitters Club. This is Christy's younger stepsister. So this does take place in the 80s or 90s. She is the main character. It was also created by Anna Martin and written by Katie Farina. So you get the woman part there. The elements of the witch is Karen is convinced that Mrs. Porter, who lives next door to them, is a witch named Morbida Destiny. And it does come into play in this book because Karen decides she's going to be this super roller skater. She winds up breaking her arm and she wants to get one of the other kids at the hospital with somebody she went to school with, and he broke his leg and he had some famous person sign his cast. So she needs a famous person to sign her cast now. She can't find anybody. So she decides that a witch would be just as good. So she goes and has Mrs. Porter sign her cast. Okay, let's continue on. So you have Fern Gully, book with nature on the cover. On the cover of this book, they're outside. I know you are, but what am I? Is the eyeball or an eye on the cover. Muppet Babies, read a picture book. This had pictures. It's a graphic novel. Electric Boogaloo, read a sequel. This is #2 in the Babysitter's Little Sister series. Giallo, read a book with yellow on the cover. Karen's hair is yellow. The Goonies, read a middle grade or a YA. This is labeled middle grade. Nirvana Grunge, read a used or borrowed book. I borrowed this one from Hoopla. Then I also was reading, so I just finished this up at the end of the night, Marianne's Bad Luck Mystery by Anna Martin. This is #17 in the Babysitters Club series. In this one, Marianne gets a chain letter. She ignores it. She starts getting some bad luck. Things start happening to her, the babysitters, while they're on their babysitting, when they're babysitting and stuff like that. So you have the retro vintage, published before 2006. Oh yeah, the other one wasn't. Okay. Time Warp, read a book set in the 80s or 90s. Scary Spice, read a book with a frightened person on the cover. This is Jamie Newton on the cover with Marianne. He was scared because he had just fallen down. He scraped up his leg. It was bloody. He was scared. I Love Lucy, written by a woman or a female protagonist. That has both. Teen Witch, a book with magical elements. I say this because they talk about the chain letter and this bad luck charm, and they have to wind up going to this cemetery and all this stuff happens. So I'd say it works for this one. VHS, book with old technology on the cover or in the story. Set in the 80s. There's definitely, they were watching movies on their VCR, that type of thing. I Know You Are, But What Am I? Electric Boogaloo. This is a sequel. This is number 17 in the series. Giallo, book with yellow on the cover. Again, hair is blonde here. The Goonies, read a middle grade or a YA. This is a middle grade, halfway to Halloween. Read a book set around Halloween. This actually takes place at Halloween. That's a whole part of it. Scooby-Doo, read a mystery. There was definitely a mystery as to the whole thing. There's a lot of bad luck things going on. She gets a letter. There's a whole thing of following the mystery of what's going on. And Nirvana Grunge, read a used or borrowed book. I borrowed this off of Hoopla as well. Then while I was home, I watched some movies because I had those two that I had from the library that I wanted to read, that I wanted to watch. And then I also wound up bringing them back so I didn't get any late fees. So first movie I watched was Grease. So watch a movie released in the 70s or earlier. This was either 76 or 78. I don't remember, but it was in the 70s. Watch a movie released before 2006. Watch a movie with blue or red in the movie poster. This definitely has red on it. Watch a movie featuring a sport or physical activity. I chose this one because Danny Zuko, John Travolta, the main character, male character, he winds up lettering in track. So that is sports and a physical activity. Watch a movie with a school setting. This takes place at Rydell High. For the majority of the movie, they are in school. Watch a musical. This is definitely a musical, and I was singing along with every song. And watch a romance. This is a romance between quite a few of the characters, but specifically Sandy and Danny. Then I went into Happy Feet, which I had never watched before. This is, you know what? And I usually don't, these type of movies are not my thing. I'm not usually a Disney, Pixar, I don't even know what the other ones are. I was never into those movies. Even as a kid, I wasn't into those movies. Like, I just wasn't. But I was determined to give it a try, and it was actually cute. So this is about some penguins, and they find their soulmate through singing, and this one penguin, I'm sure you guys all know this, I don't even know why I'm giving the plot of it. This one penguin was born humble. His name's Humble. He doesn't have any musical ability, but he does tap dance. And I'll leave it at that. It's just the adventures of the penguins. I'll leave the story there. So the prompts that it hit was watch a movie with blue or red on the movie poster. So you have that here. Watch a movie featuring animals. It's the penguins. Watch an animated movie. It is an animated movie. Watch a musical. They are singing because that's part of their love language. Watch a Robin Williams movie. So Robin Williams was one of the voices of one of the penguins. And watch a family-friendly or kids movie. So this fit for that. Then I watched 3 episodes of TV. So I watched Death Note, the anime. Then I watched 2 episodes of Erie, Indiana, which was playing on Kelsey was doing a watch party. So I watched 2 of those there, which also got me 2 points for attending a Discord watch party. Actually, damn it, that should only be 1 point. Nope, I watched another one earlier in the day. So that's my 2 points there as well. And play a nostalgic board game. Again, I've been doing the crosswords, so I counted that. So for the 28th, I got 43 points. So for today, the 29th, the Sad Sick April Instagram challenge was your favorite spot. I already posted, I showed you guys this video before of a park that I grew up by. So I just posted that for today for the video because it was like a furniture favorite spot. So it could have been like your library, someplace in your house. I put this video. Then for movies, I watched a movie. I've always wanted to watch this movie. I've always wanted to watch Ted with Mark Wahlberg. Apparently, I've always seen these clips of the movie, and I really actually wanted to watch Ted 2 because that's where I've always saw the clips from, but I didn't know that it was Ted 2. So I watched the first one. Didn't get me many points. This got me watch a weird movie, and I would say it's weird because you got a teddy bear for Christmas one year, and you made a wish on a shooting star, and the teddy bear came to life and has been your friend, and everybody can talk to him and interact with him. And you're like 35 now. It sounds weird. It's weird. And watch a comedy because it was a comedy. So it was funny. I actually enjoyed it. I probably will go on at some other point to watch Ted 2. But there we are. Then I watched the movie The Birdcage, starring Nathan Lane and Robin Williams. This is a bonus. I got another Robin Williams here. But this was watch a movie released before 2006. Watch a movie with blue or red in the movie poster. Watch a weird movie. I would say that this is very weird. This is about a guy who had a relationship. Robin Williams' character, he had a relationship with a woman, had a kid. She kind of just wanted to go like live her life in exchange for the kid. So Robin Williams and Nathan Lane are a couple. They have raised this child to adulthood, and they live upstairs from a drag club that's downstairs that they own and perform at. So I think some people would find that weird. There's more to it that even gets weirder, but there you go. Watch a movie featuring a sport or physical activity. There's a ton of dancing and performances that go on in this. Watch a remake or a sequel. This is the remake to La Cage aux Folles. I don't remember what year that came out in, maybe sometime in the 70s maybe. Watch a musical. There's definitely musicals in this. Watch a Robin Williams movie. Robin Williams is in this. Watch a comedy. It's absolutely hilarious. Watch a family-friendly or kids movie. I do say this would be family-friendly because there's a lot that, so the son is now 20 years old. He wants to get married. The girl that he wants to marry, her family is very conservative politicians. And they're in the middle of a scandal, so they don't want to have anything to do with anything other than like traditional conservative values because they're in the scandal from one of their business partners or whatever. I feel like this is a family-friendly movie in a way that it introduces, or it very easily could discuss the gay, lesbian type of conversations that you might have to bring about. So I feel like this would be a good way. I did look up to see if other people consider it, and they said yes. So I'm going to count it for family friendly. And watch a romance. They're planning a wedding. There's a wedding. There's the romance between Robin Williams and Nathan Lane's characters. So there's absolutely romance in this. And not always such in a traditional way. So I like that as well. That was like another aspect of it too. Then I just finished watching a little while ago The Parent Trap, the one with Lindsay Lohan in it. If you don't know what The Parent Trap is, this is a movie about two girls that wind up going to summer camp. One lives with her father, one lives with her mother. Their parents each send them to a summer camp. They find out that they're twins, and their parents each took one of them when they separated, when they got divorced. Now they switch roles, and they want to go live with the other one to get to know the other parent. And of course, they want to get their parents back together. So this was directed by a woman or a woman main character. Watch a movie released before 2006. This came out in 98. Watch a movie with a red or blue in the movie poster. Hold on. think I was stretching it a little bit with Lindsay Lohan's hair being red, so I'm going to take that one away. Hold on. Okay, I am going to count this as weird movie because, again, the chance that there'd be two identical twins that would be switched at, separated at birth, and each parent takes each one, and one lives in California, the other lives in England, is just very weird, far-fetched, but it made it for the prompt. Watch a movie featuring a sport or physical activity. There at the camp, they do fencing and boating, and then later on the girls are camping. Also, that's hiking, and again in the water, swimming, so there's a lot of physical activity. Watching a movie featuring an animal or animals. I did pick this one because one of the girls has a dog, and that when they switch places, the dog does kind of come into play quite a bit, and at other times too. I'm sorry if you can hear my loud ass neighbor upstairs. Sorry. Watch a remake or sequel. This is a remake to the 60s version starring Haley Mills. And watch a comedy. It was so funny to watch this one. Watch a family-friendly or kids movie. It was both of those. And watch a romance. Again, you have the romance between the parents. So I got that. Film related video, reel or Insta reel. Again, I posted this one this morning from Instagram. And I also did a crossword puzzle today. So that gave me for today 24 points. Let's see where we're at tomorrow. Either way, I'll come back and I'll wrap up everything. But what I saw, what I could get, when I saw like these points I could get today, I wasn't really doing movies because I don't know for some reason why I've haven't been into movies lately. But maybe I might push that a little bit more for tomorrow and see what else I can get done just to finish up on a super high note. So we'll be back tomorrow and I'll let you know the finals on everything. Okay, guys, it is the 30th, the last day of Old School April. I just finished totaling my points, so I have wrestling in 8 minutes, so I just want to get this done. So let's go over what I did today. And I was just trying to go crazy at work today. Okay, so for Sad Sick April Instagram post, it was anything goes, anything goes, whatever you liked, whatever you wanted to point out, anything about this month. So I chose to just post Oz. I was really proud of myself for banging through those 2 seasons of Oz. Got me wanting to watch the show again, so I just put that. Books I finished. Okay, I was seriously just going to get books done. So I went to Audible. I put in Audible Plus under 2 hours. That's literally what I did. So I came up with this book, Neon Lights by Manuel Gonzalez. This was about almost like a short story about Christine, the car. The car had a demon in it. This girl, Nicole, really wanted to have the car, and it kind of controlled the car type of situation. So a Christine type of situation. So this fit neon, book with neon on the cover, literally the word neon and in that color. Scary Spice, a book with a frightened person on the cover. Get Shorty, read a novella. This was approximately 45 minutes on Audible. Freddy's Nightmares, a book that could give you nightmares. Scooby-Doo, read a mystery. The Goonies, read a middle grade or a YA. The girl, the main character was in high school, so I'd say it's a YA. Monster Squad, a book with any kind of monster in the story or on the cover. It's a demon-possessed haunted car. I Love Lucy, a book written by a woman or female protagonist. The main character, Nicole, is female. Nirvana, Grunge, read a used or borrowed book. This was Audible Plus, so I did borrow it. That was 9 points for that book. Then I read another short story. This is Dear Seraphina by Avery Bishop. This is another short story. This was about somebody who is writing letters to this celebrity, and they get really creepy, really in depth, and things start happening. I'm going to leave it at that because I feel like it gives away a lot and ruins the story if I say more than that. But this fulfilled Get Shorty, read a novella. It was about 100, 112 pages, depending on what you read it on. I Love Lucy, book written by a woman or a female protagonist. It had both. Mixtape, a book with mixed media elements. This had letters, emails, and the story that they're telling. New Kids on the Block, read a new to you author or genre. This was a new author to me. Freddy's Nightmares, a book that could give you nightmares. I feel like a lot of this stuff was creepy, and if it was happening, yeah, you'd be getting nightmares from it. Scooby Doo, read a mystery. It was listed under mystery or genre. So that mystery or genre. Wow, mystery or thriller. Let me turn off. Let me mute Discord because nobody wants to hear that going off the whole time. So that book got me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. Then at work, I was just watching movies. So I watched Empire Records. It's about a bunch of kids in the 90s who work in a record store. It's going to kind of be taken over by like a more mainstream record store, like a company. And just, it's like a day of being at this record store with all the people that work there. I don't want to give anything else away because there's a lot of fun stuff that happens in this. If you haven't seen it, I recommend watching it. If you watch it, you'll probably see a ton of people who are famous now that maybe weren't back then. And it's the day that they have at the record store is called Rex Manning Day. And that's just become like I don't know, a cult following type of thing. Anyway, so this got me watch a movie released before 2006, watch a movie with blue or red on the movie poster, watch a musical. Now, I say musical because Rex Manning is a singer. His video is constantly playing. There's a dance that goes along with it, and they do dances and sing along throughout the movie. And watch a comedy. It's absolutely hilarious. So this got me 4 points. Then I went into First Wives Club, which is another movie. I think it was 95, 96, 97. This is about 3 women who are all dumped by their husbands for younger, newer wives, trophy wives, and them taking revenge on the men in their lives. So that's just a brief description. Really good. It has Goldie Hawn in it, Diane Keaton, and it's really bad. I can't remember the other woman. Look it up. You'll see who I'm talking about. Bette Midler. That's who it is. Anyway, so this has directed by a woman or a woman main character, released before 2006. Blue or red on the movie poster. There's red in the writing. Watch a weird movie. I put weird for this one because the things that they do to get revenge are a little bit out there. So I'll say weird for that. Watch a musical. There's definitely the iconic ending to this movie is a dance number, and there's other things along the way. Watch a comedy. It's absolutely hilarious. Watch a family-friendly or kids movie. I did put this one because it is rated PG. And watch a romance. There is romance that goes on in this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for First Wives Club. Then I watched Fifth Element. Fifth Element is a crazy sci-fi all over the place. I'm sure everybody who does Old School April has seen this movie before. Not going to even get into it. I wouldn't even know how to explain this movie. Like, a lot of stuff just goes on. So you have released before 2006. This came out in 97. Watch a movie with blue or red on the movie poster. This has both. Watch an action or thriller movie. It's labeled sci-fi action film. There's a lot of like combat scenes in it. Watch a weird movie. It is completely weird. I don't even know how to explain how weird it is. And I was telling somebody at work today who said like they love this movie. The first time me and my husband actually watched it in the movie theater when it came out, I walked out. I was like, I don't want to watch this. It's just stupid because it's all over the place. I was so annoyed I left my phone in there and I had to go back in to grab my phone. And considering this was 1997 and I had just gotten that phone, and phones were like a big deal when they first came out like that, I had to go back in and get it. Not that I would have left it, but you know what I mean. Anyway, moving on. Watch a movie featuring sports or physical activity. Like I said, there's a lot of stunts, combat stuff that goes on in this, so I'm going to count that there's definitely activity. Watch a comedy. Chris Tucker's in this, so you know it's comedy, and he's completely over the top. And watch a sci-fi movie. It is labeled as a sci-fi. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Fifth Element. I'm going to jump the gun a little bit here, and I literally have 1 minute left before it starts, but Dynamite Wrestling is about to be on, so I'm going to count that since I'm going to watch it before the end of the night. attend a Discord watch party that was Fifth Element that was on, film an old school related video, vlog, reel, whatever. I'm doing that right now. So that's week 5 wrap up. Play a nostalgic board game. Again, I did a crossword puzzle. So for today, that was 39 points.
I also just wanted to throw in the final score on the activity tracker. I put all the final stuff in gray. So I completed all of the crafts. I ordered or made a pizza. I attended 13 Discord watch parties. I attended 12 sprints. I shared a childhood picture. I had 10 nostalgic snacks and beverages, watched a nostalgia themed ambiance, listened to 12 nostalgic songs, watched 12 nostalgic music videos. I commented on at least 30 videos or vlogs related to Old School April. I participated in every day of Sad Sick April Instagram challenge. Did an activity I did with someone I was close to as a kid. I filmed 8 vlogs, videos, or Insta Reels. I used a wheel generator. I played 8 nostalgic board games, 1 nostalgic video game, wore 2 nostalgic accessories, costumes, or outfits, and made 8 nostalgia themed recipes. So just wanted to give you guys this final score as well.
All right. So we're going to try to wrap up all the points right here. So week 1, I had 81 points. Week 2, I had 130. Week 3, 109. Week 4, 54. Week 5, which is not bad because it wasn't even a full week, is 108, for a total of 482 points. In addition to that, for the curveballs, I got 20 points. That included the 5 points for the Beauty and the Beast mini trophy. So the curveballs were watch an hour-long playlist of old school K-pop. I did that. There was another one where there was 4 parts to it. Read a novelization of a 2000s movie. That's where I did Monsters, Inc. Watch a 2000s movie. I did Mean Girls. Read a paranormal romance. That was The Waltz of the Sugar Plum Fairy Godmother. And watch a creature feature. That was Jaws 3. Since I did all 4 of those, I got the mini Beauty and the Beast trophy, which is 5 points extra. Visit a nostalgic to you location. I went back to my hometown and went to the park there. Then we played a trivia game, which was super fun. There were 7 questions, and as long as you answered it, whether you got it right or not, you got the points. So I did answer every one, so I got 7 points. However, I didn't get one of them right, so I didn't get the extra points. And if you're wondering what that was, it was which Spice Girl left the group first. I really didn't know much about Spice Girls. I know their names, but I debated if it was Ginger Spice or Posh Spice. I officially said Posh. It was Ginger. I didn't get that one, but I got the 7 points anyway. Then the last one was anime. Read 1 volume of a manga or a graphic novel. This was just yesterday. I did Karen's roller skates and watch an episode of anime. I did Death Note number 1. So I got the 2 points for that. There was also a bonus slumber party one that you could have gotten debating. We all debated on which. Can you just shut the door, please? Debated on which hour Kelsey was going to fall asleep during the slumber party. I said 2 a.m. Kelsey made it the whole way, so I did not get points for that, but good for Kelsey for staying up. So for the curveball, I got an extra 20 points. And then in the bonus points, the big trophies that a lot of us were going for I guess, props and choices and things for next year, I completed every 6 Sad April challenge, the Instagram challenge, so I got an extra 10 points for that. And then I watched or rewatched 2 or more full seasons of a show that came out before 2006. I did that with the 2 seasons of Oz, so I got those 2 bonus trophies, and that gave me an extra total of 20 points, which comes to a total point, if I did my math right, and that is very questionable, 522 points. So, and I know there's supposed to be a couple extra points here and there. I don't really know. I don't think anybody knows except like Kelsey and the co-host. But I'm going to leave it at that for right now. Got over 500 points for Scoobies. I hope that is enough to get us to win. And yeah, that's it. This was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work. It's definitely made me think if I do this next year, how I would better strategize, but I can't think about that right now. I just have to be happy with what I did. Hope everybody else had a great time. And there were a few people that did post. I don't know their names, and I'm not going to put their names out there anyway. That did have a few deaths and some bad news that happened to them. So I'm just praying for those people and their families and their comfort, that they do find comfort during this time. And that's it. Anyway, I don't want to I'll start getting emotional right now and I can't. So anyway, that was it. Thank you guys for coming along on this with me. I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm glad that I did it, but I'm definitely over it now and I'm ready to move on to May for middle grade May. Take it easy a little bit more, and that's it. Anyway, I'm babbling now. Wrestling's on. Let me go. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. Your support means a lot to me, and I love connecting with our amazing community. If you enjoy my content, please like and subscribe to stay updated with my latest videos. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.